Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faith Black Lights, we take a look at this. And what this is from Ginger Goat, we got the Beets. Yeah, we got the Beets. We got the Beets. We got the Beets. Yeah. We got the Beets. Anyway, so beet, pomegranate, and Carolina Reaper. And I always kind of read this as the grenade of Carolina Reaper. I don't know if that actually is what that means, but I just like the idea of that. So I call it a Carolina Reaper grenade. That's how I roll. That's just what the hell I do here on the channel. So gives this a whole lot of fire, which, I mean, maybe, I guess, kind of. This is, I will say I find this to be somewhat of an intense sauce, but not because of the Reaper. All right, so we start with beets, because we got them. Pomegranate juice, apple cider vinegar, Reaper mash, lime juice, ginger, garam masala. Oh, no wonder. Oh, we'll get into that later. Black pepper, white pepper, cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, bay leaf, cumin, hibiscus flowers, garlic, good God, sumac, olive oil, and kosher salt. Okay. Very garbage pail approach to this. So I did feel like there was an Indian element in this. And I am just going to be flatly honest. This is not a sauce for me. And had I seen the garam masala, I probably wouldn't have ordered it. Just going to say that. As you can see, I've struggled with it quite a lot. I have not used a lot of this. So we have a number of different elements, right? We have cinnamon, we have cloves, we have cardamom. Any of those, any single one of those at all. Any single one of those at all. A little goes a long ass way. And then we nutmeg. Actually, I would say the same thing about nutmeg. Although nutmeg, you can use. I think you could use more nutmeg than you can the other three, to be sure. You can see it. It has a weird consistency here as well. Let's get it in a spoon. We'll take a look at it. So I am just going to say that, as I did in the written review, this is not a sauce for me. This is not a sauce I probably ever would enjoy. So, but we'll go through it anyway. I'm going to try to refrain. I'm going to try to restrict my comments accordingly to that, but it really tastes like somebody's spice baking cabinet. That's what it reminds me most of. It definitely is quite punchy, though. I will. This is actually way more than I need. Let's part ways with some of that. It is definitely quite punchy. You see, it's very thin. It pulps up. It's to me. I mean, the color is fine. I don't have an issue with this color. I got it because damn it, I like beets. I like a beet in a salad. I like pickled beets. I don't know if I really had a lot of fresh. Actually, I used to juice, like with an actual juicer, not pin gear, but like juice. And back when I did that, I had beets very occasionally, and they were okay there. Like I don't dislike beets at all. I think they're fine. So that was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. I have had some other sauces with beets, with squash and stuff like that. Some with sweet potato. The harvest vegetables, I think, is a really, really intriguing idea with sauces. So I was like, yeah, what the hell? Let's give it a go and see what happens. I didn't, there's no onions in it, happily, but there was a lot of other stuff I just did not take notice of. Oh, woe is me. Anyway, you've probably gotten a good look at it by now, so let's just get to the punishment. Oh, good Lord. Oh, ish. Okay. Actually, I shouldn't say that. While it's in your mouth, it's not real bad. It is literally the aftertaste that I'm finding super obnoxious. I don't think anyone outside of chili heads will enjoy this heat level, I'll be honest. So I'm getting a lot of, I'm pretty sure that's cardamom. It might be garam masala as well as the aftertaste notes. And so cardamom, what do we do with that? Actually, let me describe the pulpy. So the pulp is definitely sort of beet textured, but there is also very clearly a pepper, which I'm assuming is the Reaper. The mighty, mighty Reaper. So anyway, what the hell? What do we do? I ask you. What do we do with cardamom? Well, some people like it in coffee. I've never been a coffee enjoyer. That filth doesn't go anywhere near my mouth, and it won't ever. Other people can enjoy that trash to their heart's extent. I will never be among them, ever. So that's out. And so I'm looking around online because I don't run across cardamom very often. And I'm going, what is this for? Who uses it and why? It shows up in some Indian stuff. That's fine. That's not anything I'm going to interact with. So the meat it goes with, because I've tried it on chicken, of course, and I did not like that. Not even slightly. It feels like I've been standing in a bulk spice area just breathing in fumes. Just that aftertaste is so annoying. So anyway, I couldn't tell you the last time I've had lamb. I don't know. I have had it, but I don't know when it is. To me, it's a fairly fatty meat. I don't really enjoy lamb, so I don't consequently ever seek it out or encounter it much where I am. And I'm looking around, and then I find this Finnish thing called nisu, or niswa, or pula, and or pula. It might be pula. Pula, niswa, or nisu. I don't know which. Maybe all three. It's the same thing. I don't know. But it apparently is this sort of breakfast type roll that they have with coffee in Finland. It's like a coffee cake, but it's a roll. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, I can't find it anywhere where I am at all. Nobody has that. Nobody, I guess they don't bring it in. Something doesn't get imported. None of the bakeries here are doing it. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm not going to make it myself. That is, A, it's too hot to be turned on the oven. And B, I'm not a baker. But as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, well, it doesn't look super far from what we know here as cinnamon rolls. It looks like it's in that same vein. So I got a cinnamon roll from the grocery store. Now, I've never had the cinnamon rolls there. I almost never have cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon is not a flavor I particularly love. So the nisu does not have frosting, so I got rid of all the frosting as much as I could anyway. Also, frosting is trash. I don't like frosting on anything ever, ever. So frosting is completely lost on me. But I figured, what if we pretend it's nisu, or we try to make it nisu with a hot sauce that has cardamom. That's the way my thinking is going here. Let me get a baseline. So, I can see part of the problem already. This is a bit more cakey than an actual roll. But they had a cinnamon coffee cake there that was just this enormous thing. And I'm like, I don't like cinnamon well enough to try to eat through that whole thing. This is, of course, before I knew there was cinnamon in this. So, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to throw some sauce on the cinnamon roll. And I really wish I could have found the Nisu, but I called every import place that had anything from Scandinavia at all, and just nothing doing. Okay, so here's what I put on here, just right at the edge. You can probably see it there, hopefully. The sauce is very fragrant. Very fragrant. Overly fragrant. I don't know what this is supposed to go with. That's the other thing. I looked everywhere trying to figure out what the hell to pair this with. Hibiscus and garam masala. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't know. Those are things I don't engage with. Like, ever. It's also... So I didn't think it was going to be as thin as it is when I ordered it as well. Oh. Alright, here's what I did. I put it on the... Oh. You know, I will say this, though. As much as I dislike cinnamon rolls, this one is, it's not good by itself. If I get another cinnamon roll from that grocery store again, it'll be too soon. But it does help the sauce a bit. Oh, man. It's just not a sauce for me. I mean, that's the end of the day. I don't know what the sauce is for. I don't know what it's meant to do. I appreciate that they got really outlandish with it, though. Like, I admire that. They're making a sauce of a type I've never had before. The longer I do this, the harder that is to do. Because I covered so many. That's a very difficult accomplishment. To come up with a sauce that I can't match to anything else. Which, by the way, I would say some of their sauces, what was it, Tropic Star, I think? Again, very similar vein there as well. Tropic Star is kind of a force unto itself. So I admire that part. But at the end of the day, you know, the flavors really have to resonate with me. I do appreciate the heat. This is a strong 2. And I would say it probably could get to a 3 if I could consume more of it. But that's the thing is, so much of what we consider appetizing has to do with aromatics. And the smell of this is just, it honestly is super off-putting to me. So, not the fault of this sauce, as I said in the review. And if I gave a rating for uniqueness, it'd be top marks, but I can't do that. So, unfortunately, it's going to get it's necessarily going to get kind of a low thing because the blog is dialed to my taste, my specific palate, But I feel that's important to also say that it is not the fault of the sauce. They didn't make a bad sauce here. They just made a sauce that's not for me. And I think there is a crucial difference between that and bad sauces. So if you like Indian food, if you like very aromatic, fragrant type spices, so again, cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, maybe hibiscus flowers, I don't know. I don't know what Chili Head is really going to find a lot of interest in this sauce, though, to be honest. I think they went, for me anyway, I really, my opinion is that they went a little bit too far afield on this one. Like, I think they got overly rangy on it. But if you like those other things, if you like garam masala, this might be a sauce that you want to, you know, kick around the table a little bit. If you eat lamb, if you make, I don't know that it's going to be good on nisu, but if you make nisu, I think this would be an interesting accompaniment to it. There is some things I think you could do with this if you have tolerance for those things I mentioned. I don't to any particularly high degree, so again, that is coloring my perceptions here. And you know what they say, I mean, it just kind of is what it is. And there we go. So we're going to leave it right there. That is the ginger goat. We got the Beets hot sauce. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.